This video will show you how to replace the turn signal assembly on a Mazda 3. This will be mounted to your front bumper cover. Let's get into it. A quick note about doing this job, you're going to have two of these, one on either side of the front bumper cover, and the process will be the same. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To be able to do this, we do not need to remove the entire front bumper cover, but we do have to make our way underneath the front corner so we can start dislodging the lower panel. Making our way underneath the front corner of the bumper cover, we're going to start dislodging this area. We'll start with this 8mm headed bolt on the forward shield and continue on along the corner. Continuing on, take hold of the forward panel and gently pull it down. That exposes one more 8mm headed bolt tucked up in this area. Now we can take hold of this. We're going to carefully pull it down and rearward towards our front tire, and then we can gain access behind the front bumper cover. Now as we look up in this area, we can see our wiring harness leading up towards our directional. We'll disconnect our electrical connector. Now this does have a locking tab. Go ahead and squeeze that in and pull this out of place. Once you have it disconnected, a quick inspection for corrosion. That looks good. We're going to continue on by dislodging the rest of this wiring harness, making its way all the way over. Now as we make our way down here, we don't have to disconnect this electrical connector. We're going to dislodge the entire thing. Now this does have two locking tabs. Those will be accessed from the forward side of this, right along this area. To easily disconnect this, you could reach up with pliers or you could just use an 11mm socket. As far as that socket, we're going to slide it along those tabs, twist it until it presses them in, and we'll pull this out of place. Once I have it dislodged, I'll show you exactly what's happening here. Audible click. A light twist, slide it out of place. Up along the top, down along the bottom, that's those two tabs. I squeezed them in with this socket and I lightly twisted. Now we have our next electrical connector. In this instance, we do not have a fog lamp assembly, so this is attached directly to this area. Otherwise, if you had a fog lamp assembly, it's going to lead to a different connector. We have our locking tab along the bottom on this application, so I'm going to squeeze that in, pull that out of place. Now we have one more securing point all the way over in this far corner. Now for this mounting area, I'm going to be using a trim tool. You can use pretty much anything as a small prying device, flat blade screwdriver if necessary. Pull that right out of there. A quick inspection of that wiring harness, we're going to set that aside and we'll continue on. We're going to start dislodging this plastic bracket next. As far as the plastic bracket, it's held in place with 3 Phillips head screws. We have one here, over on the far side top, and then all the way down below it. Go ahead and remove all 3. We'll take hold of this, we're going to give it a slight wiggle and pull it out of place. Now we can start removing the directional assembly. As far as the hardware is concerned, we've already removed 2 pieces of the mounting hardware, the 2 lower pieces. Let's continue on to the last piece of hardware up along the top corner on the inboard side. We're still using our Phillips head. Let's take hold of this, we'll give it a slight wiggle and pull it straight rearward to remove it from the vehicle. There it is, friend. Let's install our turn signal assembly. As we start bringing this into position, we want to make sure that we have it properly aligned. Now, when you go to install this, you're going to find that you actually need to bring this further towards the center of the vehicle than what you might think. We'll slide this over. Continuing on, we're going to try to align our mounting points. We have those 3 mounting bolts. Once you do have that aligned, we're only starting in one of the Phillips head screws, and that's the top inside corner. Now we'll just double check to make sure the 2 other ports are aligned, and we'll snug that upper mounting bolt. That looks good. There we are. Now we have our next black plastic bracket. We're going to take this. We need to align it with its mounting points. Once everything's in position, you can start in those 3 mounting screws. Let's snug them up. Under the front corner, let's get this wiring harness secured. We're going to take this black connector, leads over to this area. Facing the right direction. We'll bring this up, press that in. Lock and tab. Line it up, press it in. Double check to make sure everything's secured in place. It's time for the corner plastic. We'll bring this into position. We're going to make sure we align all the areas for our mounting bolts. You're going to have to tug this. Once you do have it positioned, you can start in the mounting bolts. We have all 3 of those started in. As you remember, there is another one that's tucked into this area, so we can flex this panel down, and we'll install that mounting screw as well. There's that one. Now let's make our way to the outer corner. We'll press this up. Let's get the screw in this panel as well. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. The next thing you have to do is make sure you test the lamp functionality. You're going to take the vehicle for a road test and just listen for any odd noises coming from along the front of the vehicle. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.